All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets. We're going to be diving into what is happening. We have a 5.3% dip in the 24 hours on Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. I'm going to tell you why meme season probably did mark the top of this local rally that we saw up above 31,000. And I'm going to also go over why the economics are not looking great. And that recession, the reset that people are calling for, it could well be right around the corner as markets might be heading south from here. But let's dive into it. Like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on Crypto Banter and on In the Game. As well, shout out to our sponsors here on the show. ByBit, one of the leading exchanges across all of crypto. Join the trading competition too. I believe it's still going on down below. NordVPN, always navigate safely throughout crypto. Use a VPN and, it keeps your IP address safe. I would highly recommend using a VPN, NordVPN down below. Vulcan Forge, the leading gaming studio, blockchain with Elysium blockchain, and Metascape's metaverse as a service platform. Check out Vulcan Forge down below. And SinVerse. SinVerse truly looks like the Grand Theft Auto of Web3 gaming. So check out all of our sponsors down below in the description. Let's dive into it. Let's waste no time. Like I said, a 5% dip over the 24 hours on Bitcoin. That is no minor dip, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. Sometimes we'll see the 10% altcoin dips. Very, very common. Nothing, that's not even abnormal, right? But a 5% dip over 24 hours for Bitcoin is pretty substantial. And I do think it's safe to say, I think it's very safe to say that the 𝗵𝗃 Binance listing marked the local top of this market. I agree. Hassan says in the chat here, 𝗵𝗃 has peaked. I 100% agree. I think that this right here marks the top of this local rally. We hit from 16K up. Let's just go take a look at Bitcoin, and I'll kind of explain my logic here. Let's just go to the 1 year, and we'll zoom in this timeline to the beginning of the year. All right. So we went from $16,000 on Bitcoin all the way up to 30,490. Let's just say that marks the top here, 30,004, middle of the 30,000 area. And then as we're coming down here, in a little bit of a pullback, we see 𝗵𝗃 emerge. So right in this timeline, like April 16th to April 21st. Well, let's go look at the 𝗵𝗃 chart. 𝗵𝗃 launches April 15th, April 14th, right? This lines up so perfectly. And here's exactly what happened is altcoins had liquidity sucked right underneath. NFTs were getting sold off. We're seeing top level NFT projects at recent lows because people were selling their NFTs to get into 𝗵𝗃 and to get into Wojak, Chad, whatever coin they were choosing to get into. We literally saw peak degeneracy in this market. And this right here probably does mark the local top of the market. We saw people literally chasing gains, FOMOing different coins, throwing stuff into rug pools, literally playing the meme coin casino. And this reminds me a lot of the top of the bull market in 2021. This was not a bull market. This was meme coin degeneracy built off of culture and community. And unfortunately, I do think we're going to go down from here. I think this is probably just the beginning of what we're going to see. Yeah, but it's funny. Yeah. Okay. The degeneracy, it was funny to see, right? And look, I'm not dissatisfied. The blue line back here was my entry. All right. I'm cool with it. I was 100% okay with 𝗵𝗃. All right. But at the end of the day, I'm really thinking this is the beginning of the pain in Bitcoin, and the meme coin season is nearing an end. And I do think we've recently seen the top of the market as far as Bitcoin goes. Here's why I think that. So we could take a look at the bank failures from 2001 to 2003. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. There were a lot of bank failures, 2008 to 2010, right here in this area of this chart. Right. And that's the last big recession. 2008 is what everyone really looks at when we're looking at historic economic crashes. They always reference 2008. But I want to show you something. We could see here the bank failures by the year. So we see in 2008, 25 banks failed. but the total assets under those liquidations was only 370. So in millions, it's 373 million. And then in 09, 170 million. If you look at just the 3 bank liquidations that we've had recently, the 3 bank liquidations that have really, Republic, Credit Suisse, those type of banks, we see the 3 liquidations accounting for $548.5 million in liquidations. That's more in total than 08 and 09 combined. You can combine those liquidations and today's funds that have been liquidated, basically the total assets, it's way, way steeper. And I think this marks just the beginning of the pain that's going to come, right? Look at the total assets versus the bank failures. Imagine if we see more banks going down, the regional banks, the local banks. I truly think this is a really bad sign for the markets. We're literally all the way up to what we saw back here in these huge spikes, and we've only seen 3 bank failures. This is not very confidence instilling, in my opinion. And I also think we've been talking about the debt crisis on this show for a while, right? And it's going to boil over. And as we see here, the 𝗕𝗏𝗃 letter, I hope I said that right. Total credit card debt in the U.S. is set to cross $1 trillion this year. And in the last 3 months of 2022, the U.S. credit card debt jumped by $61 billion. That is the largest quarterly jump in credit debt since 1999. And according to a new report, 36% of adults have opened or have more credit card debt than savings. So this is going to be something that I do think is going to pop. We're going to see real estate most likely take a hit. And yeah, it might be in billions. You might be right. It's probably in billions. These type of charts are always hard to read whenever you're talking about the total assets in millions and then they're listed in thousands. So good call there, Legendary. Banks go down, Bitcoin goes up. So that's what we're going to battle against, right? I think that obviously in 08, Bitcoin wasn't here like it is today. So it'd be interesting to watch, but I do truly think from a market perspective, from an economic perspective, the worst has not been seen yet on that side of things. We'll see how Bitcoin reacts, but I think in the short term, it's going to be bearish. But then after that, you're going to have probably generational buying opportunities. If we go through a 2008 situation, once again, like we see here, and as mentioned, the liquidations are already more than 08 and 09 on a dollar figure combined. This is not a strong signal for the markets. This is a very bearish signal for the economy and the markets, in my opinion. There's been 564 bank failures between that time period. A lot of them happened here between 08 and 2010, but these liquidations are pretty scary. Bitcoin going down 25K after 45K. Yeah, I mean, I could potentially see it. Think you're right, bro. Something's coming. Yeah, this is telling to me. This is a chart that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and this is not good. I do think we are kind of just getting going. Keep in mind that there's more money than there were in 2008. Yeah, of course. But I also think that the system has made it that way. We print so much freaking money. The banks are in more debt than they have cash on hand at all times. All they do is lend out your money. Like, we're in a really bad spot, in my opinion. But the cool thing that we're going to have is generational buying opportunities. And as you see what Becker says here, we preach it here every day on the show, guys. Super busy, but short reminders that crypto gaming is the only easy 20x incoming. You are only as weak as you tolerate yourself to be. Tolerate nothing and choose greatness. That is all. So I agree with Becker here. I think that, Web3 gaming is a generational opportunity. Wow, we just had Polygon go under 90 cents. I think long-term, these are going to be really good buy levels. And if Bitcoin continues to dip, if we get in the 70 cents, 60 cents again for Polygon with the business partnerships that they've accumulated, MasterCard, Stripe, Reddit, Starbucks, Liverpool, they literally, Google Cloud recently, they have partnered with basically every single major business in the world to bring them to the Web3 space. So Polygon and then Immutable dipping under 80 cents once again, as I'm basically talking to you guys. I still hold off on this. There's a huge unlock coming at the end of the month. 18 million tokens are going to hit the market. That's going to be pretty scary. And I think after that, you might see some pretty, look on the side here, token unlock, 18 million worth 17 million. Enjoy the dump in May. Don't say I didn't warn you. So yeah, even on CoinMarketCap, they're talking about it, but there is going to be a major unlock. And I think you could see really good buy prices after that time period. But then again, if Bitcoin continues to go down, we could see 60, 50 cent immutable X. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But then I think that's whenever you need to scoop up the blood, whenever that big pain comes in. Becker's been preaching gaming because he's into it. Gaming will do next to nothing next run. I will bookmark that. I will bookmark that with all the big companies coming in. RC Anderson, don't be coming back to the chat box whenever the bull market comes around, because I can guarantee you're going to be very wrong on that, because gaming is the one sector that has gotten the most liquidity from major VCs, major businesses, major companies coming over from Web 2 to Web 3. So honestly, time will tell. When banks fail, Bitcoin go up or down. We haven't seen that climate happen yet. So I think that, with the SVB situation, we did see a big rally in Bitcoin, but we haven't really seen an economic recession, depression type of scenario where, these numbers right here culminate to what they are in 2008 to 2010. So honestly, it's yet to be seen. I think that all markets will take a hit temporarily, and that's when you probably need to be building those long-term positions at that time period. Vulcan Forge is about to go under $3, and they're pushing continuous developments, graphical upgrades to their games. The Elysium blockchain just went live, free minting for NFTs, choice of PYR or lava to mint, dynamic and smart NFTs, SDKs, creator studios, fast speeds. So shout out to Vulcan Forge, always building, but the token, it's getting pretty cheap here. And on the market cap, it's almost under $80 million. I think that's one to definitely keep on your list. If this drops below $3, $2.80, I think you're going to have some really good buying opportunities on Vulcan Forged. The Arbitrum gaming king at the moment, Magic Treasure DAO, is now under 85 cents. And as we're literally talking on the show, like everything's going even further down. It wouldn't surprise me to see something like this underneath Arbitrum hit 70 cents, 65 cents maybe, if the market does continue to go down and we do see, these economic climates heat up and not in the right way. I definitely think we could see Magic take a little bit more of a dip. But at this market cap, this will be $1 billion plus project in the bull run, which is at least a clean 5 to 10x from here. So I'll be looking at Magic heavily. Altura is taking a big pullback. Now it's only up 40% from my buy at 2.5 cents. It got all the way up to 100% gain. At this market cap at $26 million, this is my number one play heading into the next bull run. And I even think that if you just accumulate this strategically month after month, whenever the bull market gets here, this is going to be one of the biggest winners in your portfolio. As we see the founder of 𝗓𝗠𝗚 say, multiple exchange listings are lining up for Altura. He names a couple here, Bitmart and Upbit. Those are going to be the small ones. When people tease exchange listings, he says, can you name at least two? He probably gave the two smallest. But right now, if you look, Altura is not really listed anywhere, which doesn't give it a lot of liquidity at all times, right? It's on PancakeSwap, it's on Gate.io, and then it's not really on anything else. So exchange listings are really going to help the exposure here for a quality project like Altura. And they just partnered up with one of the biggest games in the space, Kingdom Carnage, one of the most popular games in Web3 gaming, available on Altura's marketplace. Sub $50 Illuvium. Is that true? Are we looking at a sub 50 Illuvium right now? We are. $46 on Illuvium. Interesting. Yeah, I think this could get pretty cheap, guys. I think Illuvium's got a little ways to go too before it's a really solid buy, but under $50 for Illuvium. We're definitely seeing max pain across the board. And if you legitimately, after the Binance listing for 𝗶𝗄, we could not have expected the market to keep going up. The meme coin degeneracy marked the top. I think that's no doubt about it. We're seeing Ultra completely come back to we're seeing this come back to pre-launch levels, guys. This is going to be a big value long-term. We had mentioned all throughout this time period that around 20 cents was a good buy. Now we're seeing it went up to 39 cents leading up to the April 25th Ultra Games launch. Ultra Games is live. It is a fantastic platform, but right now it's definitely bearish and it's free falling. It's back to pre-launch levels. It was definitely a buy the rumors, sell the news. And I'm concerned that this is going to go even lower considering the altcoin climate at this moment in time. So look for some good buy positions here on Ultra. On top of that, Veracity is taking a huge hit. As we look here over the week chart, down 13% this week. The market cap's getting below 50 million. Veracity with their ad technology, with their esports side, the streaming. I'm very bullish on Veracity whenever we come back around, but I'm looking for more dips here before I begin my accumulations. Let's move over to some NFTs and some upcoming launches. Bring up the mood a little bit, because obviously I've been pretty bearish throughout this show, guys, but these types of charts with the bank failures and the liquidations and the credit debt in America, and the fact that a lot of experts are seeing the real estate market crashing here very, very soon. Not crashing per se, but definitely with the mortgage rates, the amount of debt, it's just really not looking positive. So let's get into some positive news. Love UOS and Render will climb with the gaming coins. Agree. Those are going to be really good projects to have, especially in the next cycle. I think those will both do really well. We have an upcoming mint with one. It's a meme. It's a meme, but this is on the NFT side of things. And they actually have a very good game. It's really intrigued me a bit. It's like a combat style open world player versus player kind of vibe. It's 𝗕𝗓𝗓, as we see here. Here's a sneak peek of some of the gameplay. The mint here is coming up on May 10th, only like a 0.03, 0.04 mint price. So for those people out there still looking for a little bit of meme coin degeneracy, this might be something to take a look at. I'm excited because they have been partnering up with some really good communities. They just did a little bit of a collab with 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗏. They did a collab with my NFT project. They did a collab with a couple other top NFT ecosystems and games. So looking at 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓 to potentially do pretty well on this NFT launch. Their community is really strong. And honestly, like I said, if you're still looking for those meme coin narratives, this might be something to take a look at in that field. On top of that, we've mentioned GameSwift before. Their airdrop is going to be upcoming if you're participating in the challenges on their platform. GameSwift today partnered up with Supra Oracles, their next-gen cross-chain oracles. Developers can build fast and reliable data applications to power the next wave of gaming projects. And on top of that, we had talked about Sparta DEX a lot on the show. And, that is gamified DEX on Arbitrum that just launched their NFTs recently. They did the reveal today as well. I was going to show that after this, but GameSwift teased this today that something is on the horizon. This is clearly a Sparta DEX partnership. I think that the GSwift token might be integrated into the Sparta DEX decentralized exchange. That's just my thought here from this announcement. So look for GameSwift and Sparta DEX to potentially come out with some sort of a partnership announcement. And then Sparta DEX here, the floor price on the normal collection was about a 3x from the normal price. We gave that here very, very early for the Banter fam to try to get involved with. They revealed their NFTs today. Some of these are looking absolutely sick. I got like a Batman mask. I got like a bloody sword on one of them. So my guys look pretty cool. Definitely was impressed with the art. And I'm really just looking forward to the main net, somewhere I can park some assets on Arbitrum and yield in the background. So that's something I am very much looking forward to. And I would honestly go, if you notice, I've bounced between 10 platforms in this show. I would go take a look and follow Nexus Gaming here on Twitter, because this is going to be where I can navigate the platform and never have to leave one website. So if you want a consolidated information source that's upcoming in the summertime, I would check out Nexus Gaming for that type of info, because I have hopped between CoinMarketCap, DEX Tools, the FDIC. I've hopped between Twitter. I've hopped between we've gone between so many different platforms. That's going to be the consolidated format to be able to get all your information in the Web3 gaming and NFT industry in one spot. So I would definitely check that out launching this summer. Now, let's take some altcoin questions to close out the show. I'm probably not going to be too bullish, so ask away. Ask away. Thoughts on Big Time? It's good. Their new update could use some work. Best time to buy, bro? Wait until the actual S&P Bitcoin takes a big retrace. Yeah, alts are dumping bad. You are absolutely right. I think that this is the top, guys. I think that Pepe doing what it did marks the top for now. We set this up for ourselves. Thoughts on 𝗪𝗯? So they just migrated their token from V1 to V2, and I'm bullish, but I gotta pick a bone real quick. I gotta pick a bone real quick. So let's go to Stash. I know he tweeted about this. Boom. So a couple weeks ago, my only thing with 𝗪𝗯 right now, guys, is their team's very contradictory. A couple weeks ago, one of their guys comes on Twitter and says, if you expect ROI in our ecosystem, don't buy nodes, don't buy 𝗪𝗯, and don't buy NFTs. Well, how can your users not expect ROI when they're putting $2,000 into gaming assets? This just makes absolutely no sense to me. And the logic, when you're telling your community you can't expect anything, but then you're going to sell them $2,000 NFTs. I mean, really? So honestly, I got a bone to pick with the way that 𝗪𝗯 has been doing business in that regard, but I like the platform. Just wish they understood that nobody wants $2,000 bundles in their NFT games that are hardly live at the moment. So yeah, there you go. That's what I have to say about that. Fly Melodies, Huff, $1,000 donation. I don't even know what currency that is, but thank you so much for the super chat. Check Monkeys token. Guys, I'm going to have to tell you, I'm probably not going to look at any meme coins. I didn't invest in any meme coins other than 𝗵𝗵. I did really well. I'm out. But Monkeys, I'm going to probably have to think is a meme coin. What is Monkeys? So many people asking about this Monkeys token. Come on. 𝗏𝗡𝗪 missing. Yeah, 𝗏𝗏𝗪's building some really cool stuff. I actually got an update from the team today. Some really cool stuff that they're building in the background. Paulo, rewind like a minute and a half, and you'll see that I just gave my rant on 𝗪𝗯. Myria nodes. My Myria node's printing. It's doing good. I have to say I'm happy with it so far. It's consistently emitting me tokens. That's why I got it, right? For some sort of a yield. So I'm happy with it so far. 𝗪𝗯's tokenomics are terrible. I agree. And their NFT economics are horrible because they're pricing their NFTs way overpriced. And then they tell their users not to expect return on investment. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 will do really well in the next bull run. That's going to do really well in the next bull run. Super Farm or 𝗪𝗯? Super Farm or 𝗪𝗯? 𝗪𝗯's a better overall product. Super Farm at a lower market cap might have more explosive upside. I would go 𝗪𝗯, but I mean, SinVerse is right behind it. Like, I think you can't go wrong picking either one. Yeah, 𝗪𝗯's still going to do well. I'm not fudding. I am not discrediting. I'm a big fan of what 𝗪𝗯 does, but I think they need to change the way that they do a couple of things inside the ecosystem. That's my only thought. What about Mana? I'm super bullish on Decentraland. I just don't think it's the experience that people want. SpinTop, good platform. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 versus Altura, but I like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, just as much. And the team at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is fantastic. No pun intended. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, fantastic. No pun intended, but I like both. I would take Altura just a slight above, just given the recent business development, Unity partnership, Polygon ZK EVM. I think it has a lot going for it. 𝗙𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏, best project in the near future. The new gameplay looks fantastic. Splinterlands, one of those games that won't die, the trading card genre. I think that them and Gods Unchained, they definitely have like the grip on the trading card market. All right, Mo. Mo comes in and says, Monkeys Moon. And then because I don't talk about monkeys, Banter scam. Okay. Interesting. Blocktopia is still good. I'm very bearish. I haven't seen too many developments. And it did really well in the bull market, but I can't say that I'm interested right now at this moment in time. Hex and Pulse are going to probably pop off. Pulse Chain's probably going to do really well. AVAX, I'm super bullish on AVAX. AVAX, I think I'm trying to build a really big long-term position. They just partnered up with Tencent. They have a partnership with Amazon, TSM, Loco Legends. They're really doing a lot on the business development side. And with their subnets, the games that are building on Avalanche, I think it's very strong. Any alpha on Phantom Galaxies? Next iteration of the game's coming up soon, which I think is going to be really exciting. Talk with the team. Really stoked for what's coming around the corner for the game inside of Phantom Galaxy's ecosystem. AXS, I'm super bearish on Axie Infinity. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Sounds like a launch pad inside of Arbitrum. I'll need to take a look at it. I haven't seen it, but yeah, I haven't really heard of it, so I'll take a look at it. AVAX or Matic? Matic, then AVAX. The reason I say that is the amount of business partners that Matic has, the collaboration that Matic has with 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗏𝗡 to kind of collaborate on ZK EVM technology. And there's a lot of unlocks to come with Avalanche. I love Avalanche, but there's less downside, in my opinion, in investing in Polygon, given how close the market cap and the fully diluted are to each other. Where the fully diluted over here on, where did I have? Avalanche is over double the market cap. So I think that's risk reward. Right now, I'm looking at Polygon, but I'm heavily invested into both, full disclosure. DOT, it'll have its day again. It'll have its day. NFTs on Vivi, I think that they do a really good job over there. Their community's super loyal, but outside of their community, just no one ever pays it any mind. I think it's a strong project, the Vivi, 𝗏𝗏, etc. But they definitely don't get the sentiment outside of their own community. 𝗏𝗏. So 𝗏𝗏, really like the Twitch of crypto gaming. I'm very bullish on 𝗏𝗏 heading into the next run. I'm going to look to accumulate a good position come that time. Naka, I'm very bullish on. All right, I'm seeing too many monkeys now. We're going to cut it here. Like the video if you enjoy the show, and subscribe down below for new content here every single day on Banter and on In the Game. I'll be back as always with the next show. Play well, my friends.